Hi everybody, welcome to a new monthly reaction video for the month of September. I am Roy. I'm joined by Vic and Dan. Good morning, gentlemen.
Hey, good
Good morning,
morning. Hi,
guys.
everybody.
Welcome,
We're
everyone.
we are recording this on a Sunday morning. I'm exhausted, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna power through. We got a lot of cool stuff. There's been a lot of it just keeps going on. We feel like we're getting more towards the end of the year and more amazing stuff gets announced. It's just remarkable, and we'll jump right in. I think this is one we did not expect. So let's go ahead and do that. We got a
Yes.
new Spock's Beard album announced, which is a surprise, called The Archaeoptimist. The album comes out on November 21st. So it's you got Rio, Akamoto, Dave Maros, Alan Morse, and Ted Leonard's back on vocals. They're joined by a new drummer, Nick Potters. Um, uh, they're working with Rich Mauser again, so all that's intact. We have 6 songs, a 20-minute song, an 11-minute song, all that kind of good stuff. So this is the first single called Invisible. I'm going to skip towards the middle because there's a lot in this song. It starts off with this a cappella thing. We've been talking about it. It has a similar vibe to Neil Morse band The Call with that kind of opening bit, and then the music kicks in, and then you got your verse chorus stuff, and then all sorts of musical parts. But anyway, I'm just gonna jump right into like the second verse chorus section here, and we can talk about it. Cool.
That's me in the back, beige shirt, tan pants.
Love the bass.
My focus is never cool. I like the shade of presence, now the present, no wrong presence. My edges are awfully dull.
Yeah. Yes.
So Rio.
Yep. Oh,
Anyway, stop it. It's a fun song. It's really good stuff actually. I was
yeah.
surprised
It,
to get it.
it's a super cool song. I love how after all these years, Prog still finds a way to make 7/8 interesting. Yeah.
Nah, it's this is just you can tell Rio is all over this when it comes to the compositions, and I love the intricacies and the little technicalities, and it's just a little quirkiness. It's what Spock's Beard has always had as far as the magic sauce, and in this particular song, it's captured very well. So it's a really fun, enjoyable listen. Looking forward to really just diving into the rest of the album, and I can't believe 2025 keeps doing this to us. It's
They just keep
another
adding on, piling on more albums and more albums. It's
yeah,
nuts.
another
Rio, he had that last solo record, Myth of the Masterphos, which we all really liked, that he
oh yeah.
did sort of in tandem with Michael Whiteman from I Am Manic Whale. And so he's back co-writing on a lot of this stuff. I don't know who co-wrote exactly which song or what, but he's involved. So that's cool. Yeah, I like it. I mean, it has, you know what? It's funny because I think some of these guys go underappreciated, like Dave Maros. When you ever hear his bass, it's like that's the Spock's Beard bass. It's so defined, and like Alan Morris, the same thing. He's
Yes.
never thought of as one of the elite shredder guitarists, but like he sounds like Spock's Beard guitar. There's no getting away from that, and I think when those guys come together, it sounds like the band.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
super unique. I think I remember Dave saying something about he thinks of bass tones as temperatures or colors. I don't remember which of the analogies he used, but it was something like, I want a tone that's really red or warm. And
Yeah.
when you picture it, you're like, yeah, that makes sense, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, all right. So it's coming out on November 21st, like we said, The Archaeoptimist. Cool title. I'm not sure about the sort of the single cover with the ball and what that has to do with Invisible exactly, but whatever. It's it's artwork.
Yeah.
Um
Yeah.
let's move on to
Soen.
Oh,
yes, new song from
Nice.
Soen. I really liked the last album they did. I forget its name, but I really liked it. Had a bunch of really cool songs. And these guys have just been making really good stuff. Martin Lopez on drums, of course. And he's fantastic. The first single is called Primal. The album is called Reliance. It comes out next year, January 16th. Um, I think these guys, they don't reinvent anything, but it's always really good and solid. And the sound on this one is just killer. Like the guitar tone and everything is
Yeah.
just
It's
massive.
great. The previous album is called Memorial. I just
Memorial.
looked,
Really good
looked
stuff,
it up. Great album, yeah. And I guess their most famous album is Lotus. Lotus.
Yeah.
How do you say
That's
that?
that's the popular one,
Yeah.
yeah.
Lotus.
But Lotus, yeah. But there's a lot of cool songs in general. It's not a band I go back to all the time, but whenever they are on, I always vibe with it.
Yeah. I really dug that song. I think it was called Unbreakable from the last
Yeah.
album. That was really good.
Mhm.
All right, let's check this one out called Primal.
Confined within our minds, bullied and pride. On their kindness we rely, and all they have is what we build with our own hands. But now we throw away the key, 'cause no one can withstand a thriving misery. We live surrounded by our enemies, immersed into hypocrisy. 'Cause life will break you down, and every change we make is filled with apathy. They force control by means of policy, commanding with dishonesty. You'll never be someone else. Freedom or yourself, leaving behind what is wrong. Into the dark, we'll find a light. We are breaking every chain.
That sounds killer, dude. That part right there is awesome.
Yeah, it's
Sometimes you
super
can't
heavy.
beat a good straight 4/4 chunk. Like that sounds awesome.
Yeah, this might sound very random, but his voice reminds me sometimes of the guy from that like 2000s metal band. I'm not sure if they're considered like new metal or like groovy or whatever. Five Finger Death Punch. You
Yeah.
know?
Okay.
And his voice is kind of in that world, which is not a world that crosses over so much in Prague. So it's a cool blend in that sense, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think these guys are a bit more metal than sort of the prog metal, but there's bits and
Yeah.
pieces in there that sort of cross over, and you get the Opeth tie in a little bit. So that's where it
Yeah.
lies.
It's more of the quote unquote modern metal sound as opposed to being prog metal, but Five Finger Death Punch are modern metal where they just are, it's like the straightforward, just heavy riffs, heavy drums. But yeah, this is a band. What I like about this band, and it surprises me because the drums, seeing as Lopez's background from Opeth, I would think that there would be more of a different style, and in other albums he does get a little bit more experimental, but this is, you know, pretty much 4 on the floor. So this particular song, the guitars are what captivate me and
Oh,
how
yeah.
heavy they are. So it's you know, it's
Yeah,
it's a good
it
listen.
reminds me also of like Machine Head. It's more in that world, right? There's a bit of a
Wow, we can get into deep conversation about Machine Head because it's Machine Head has short short stints like this, but obviously they get far more into the thrash, into the speed stuff.
yeah. I'm thinking more stuff like Locust, you know, that has this lower metal but very heavy and
Right.
punchy.
Yeah, it's
Right.
groove metal. You know, you can say
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, yeah. Anyway, good stuff. Again, the album is called Reliance. Comes out January 16th. I think you can pre-order it. Check it out now. So, cool to have them releasing new stuff. Okay, we're gonna dive into this. So, you know, I'm glad to be talking about this. You guys know that I'm a big fan of these Echolyn albums that came out earlier
Yes,
in the
we
year. Time Silent Radio 2 and Time Silent Radio 7. They released 2 albums. The 2 has 2 long songs. The 7 has 7 shorter songs. That's what they did. Anyway, months later, the band decided to put out a video for the ending 6 minutes of their long epic Water in Our Hands. That song is like a 28-minute song. One of my favorite songs of the year, and the specific part, this part 6 towards the end, I think maybe my favorite, if not one of my favorite sort of moments, songs, pieces, whatever of the year. I just think it's really great and really stands out. I'm really glad that just they decided to make this video and key on this. I think they must have heard in reviews and things like that over the last few months that this was the thing that everybody was hooking on from the record. And you can't make a video for a 28-minute song, right? So let's just, you know, promote this. But anyway, it's a good time to allow me to sort of revisit this song and give it some airtime. I think it's really a gorgeous song. So let's check out a little bit of the end here.
Say that life's an occupation of time, of dreams passing and dreams passing. Yeah, what was that you said? It doesn't matter anyway, 'cause every word is swallowed by earth and sky. It's water in our hands. It's water in our hands. It's water in our hands. Oh. Can we save ourselves? To celebrate, hold, and then send us into everything you and I last forever. Everything you and I last forever.
Anyway, yeah, I just think it's awesome. I love it.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah.
You know, when he starts singing, and when you started the section that you started here, he starts singing. It like immediately reminded me of when Casey from Deer Hunter, when he's in his lower register and his voice, it kind of has that sort of vibe. It just hit me when I was listening to it there.
Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah.
So
The other guy next to him playing bass, Ray, he is the other singer. He actually sings the verses. I didn't show that part. There's the early verses where he sings, and then Brett comes in and sings, this section. Yeah, it's the whole song there's more upbeat moments, instrumental bits, all that kind of epic 28-minute song stuff, and then it closes on this section. So I think it's a really nice part. The albums are out now. They've been out. I highly recommend them. If this, if you're interested in how this sounded, I highly recommend the records. I think they're great. So good to have that. Let's
Very
see
cool.
what we got next. So yeah, this was another one that sort of is coming back to us here.
Nice.
A few years ago, we were treated to a band called Jonas Lindberg and the Other Side with their album Miles from Nowhere. Brilliant sort of, symphonic prog thing in the style of Flower Kings. In fact, Roie Stolt guested on that album. That had a good 30-minute song title track on that one. That was great. And they're back now a few years later. It just says Jonas Lindberg there, but it is Jonas Lindberg and the Other Side. Just can't fit it all there on the banner. But the new album is called Time Frames. It comes out on November 7th. They released the first single called Faces of Stone. This is really down the middle of modern prog, right? It's not metal. It's not classic. It's just straight down the middle. It has all the prog stuff you like, great vocals, all that kind of stuff. So let's go ahead and check this out. Really good stuff.
Who is there to blame when no one will acknowledge the deception? We are all the same, just following what's in the air.
Nice.
Time is moving fast. It's always flying out of our perception. Oh, will they be recast when boss is sitting in the chair? Here into this world, find it out if we'll remain unheard. Every time I spread the news, they just all refuse to come along. Refuse to come along. Everybody's staring at the screen. Will they ever see that we all have faces made of stone? Faces made of stone.
I love it, man. Really,
Dan,
really
what time?
cool stuff.
What time signature was that, Dan? Come on.
That was just a 6, I think. 6-8.
That's what I thought. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really good, right? It's fun to listen to. Everything about it, it's just right on.
Yeah.
I
well,
Go ahead,
yeah,
Dan.
go ahead, Vic.
I was gonna say, as the metal guy of the Prog Report, this kind of stuff really gets me excited because of the fact that there are other things that can stimulate the mind when it comes to music and keep it entertaining. It doesn't all have to be, technical stuff in your face. And between Spock's and Jonas Lindberg here, it's a really, just this is the kind of stuff that I really enjoy about progressive music, is that you have the opportunities of rock sounding like this and yet being the same category as, Animals as leaders. So
Dude,
Yeah.
The drums on this sounded pretty metal to me.
yeah.
They're
but
super like fast paced and everything. I think that's one of the charms of Prog as well. And I do that in some of my own songs. You have some very light stuff and upbeat tempo, light-hearted harmonies and melodies. And in the back, you have the drums just go, and crazy
Yeah, it's all
fills.
very
and,
busy.
and
Yeah,
and a
Yeah,
killer
yeah.
and a killer bass line going over top of it.
Exactly. That's
It's so
the
cool.
magic of it. It's
Yep.
the arranging. That's the magic of it.
Yes,
I
sir.
want to say, for people not familiar, Jonas Lindberg is not the singer. He's the main songwriter and guitarist. The singer on this is a guy by the name of Jonas Sundquist. I think I want to say. He's great, really good vocalist. So good stuff. Yeah, so that comes out November 7th, pretty soon. So another album that we have to take into consideration. I think we're all gonna like that one. Okay. We like to present some stuff that we don't always cover. Some new bands. This is not a new band. It's a new band maybe to us and some of our audience. It's called Times Forgotten. This is a band that hails from Costa Rica. They've been around for like 20 years. And
Oh,
they
wow.
have a new album on the way. Well, they haven't released anything in a while. They have a new album called Songs of Awakening. It's in that prog metal kind of vibe. Really good female vocalist. Her name is Priscilla Ruiz, I believe. She wasn't the original singer, from what I understand, but they brought her on, and they're sort of reviving the band under this. That's sort of my understanding. I think this is pretty cool. It's a little different for us, but I thought let's give them some shout as well. So let's check this out.
Costa Rica.
Yeah, right up Vic's alley.
Yeah.
These are good, right? I like this part.
Very Pain of Salvation.
That was actually the chorus.
There it is.
Anyway, we get the idea.
Yeah, man. Like, awesome stuff. It's like,
Yeah.
I heard you like metric modulations, and they just did a song. And that specific part with the riffing, the triplets, and alternating, like
Yeah.
all those, is just super awesome. It does remind me of Pain of Salvation in a very good way.
I could hear that.
Especially that guitar tone in the end, and the drums like just changing where the snare is on the song, right? And it's just awesome, man. It's very cool stuff. I'm intrigued, I must say. It piqued my interest for sure.
The stark contrast of the heavy riffing and all that micro stuff that they're doing between bass and kick and all that stuff, and then all of a sudden you get a nice soft clean tone part. That's why I like bands like Cynic and bands like Opeth, you kind of have that stark contrast, and yet you pull it off well. The guy's going from, just going full on metal to suddenly hitting a rim shot during that part for the drums. Really cool. I am intrigued. I am.
Yeah,
very
it's good
intrigued.
stuff. And you know what? It's not my normal kind of thing that I listen to, but I sort of dug it. And I thought this is very interesting. And, last month we featured that band Jack the Joker from Brazil. And now we have a band from Costa Rica. So we're branching out from Sweden and Norway into some other places, which is.
Yeah, that's interesting, man. Let's make it international. And if you
Yeah.
have more stuff like this, it's right up like our alleys, like me and Vic. We like heavy stuff like this. So
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Very
Absolutely.
cool. Okay, so again, their album called Songs of Awakening is out on October 4th. So check that out. And of course, we're going to close on. What else are we going to close on? But other than
Oh,
a band we don't cover nearly enough.
who are these guys?
Yeah, who are a brand new band out of Long Island, Dream Theater. Look, we don't normally cover like live album releases on this because
We've done it.
We've done it a little bit, but not always.
Yeah.
But I thought this one sort of made sense because yes, they did release the video for Bend the Clock earlier in the month as well, but we've already covered Parasomnia like crazy. And Vic and I happened to just see the Parasomnia tour last week, and this new live album called Quarantine Live à Paris, I think it's something like that.
Good job.
It's pronounced Quarantine Live à Paris.
Thank you,
There
man.
you go.
Appreciate that.
You got it.
This is the new live set covering the 40th anniversary tour from Europe, the 3-hour show, with all the classic hits and all that kind of stuff, and it's got a Blu-ray and many vinyls and all these different formats you could check out. It's really cool. That comes out in November 28th. So I thought this would tie it all together. This video from that for Overture 1928 and Strange Deja Vu was released just Friday, a few days ago as we're doing this. So, yeah, this is pretty cool. Let's just check out a few minutes of this. Let's see. I decided to pick.
Darn.
Yeah, it sounds really good. Let's check it out. Okay, here we go.
All three of us. That's so nerdy, bro.
I'm gonna be annoying and stop it.
Yeah. Man, like
This is like
town right now.
This is like watching Star Wars. Once you catch, no matter how many times you've seen it, you catch it on TV. Even with commercials, you can't stop watching it. It's that's the same thing with these guys.
The talk of the town right now is James's voice, because we've been hearing it.
It's
like
amazing.
A year ago, Roie and I were in London for the comeback show with Mike, for the 40th anniversary tour. This show in Paris was filmed just a few days after that. James sounded really good there, and apparently he's sounding even better now in this Parasomnia tour, which I'll be very fortunate to get to watch, as you guys did, in a couple of weeks. And I'm excited, man. And James sounds really good here. I texted this in our chat the other day, but I think the NMB ears also seem to have done wonders for Mike's backing vocals because he's
Oh
very
yeah, he
tight on
sounds
those
great.
harmonies. It's very cool, and like the whole band just sounds like they're having fun and it's an
Yes.
awesome time. And I'm not the super into live shows like live DVDs. I watch it sometimes, but it's not really. I think I come back to all the time. I'm really excited to watch this because this was an unforgettable show, and they just sound killer. The mix is great. The performance is great. The whole vibe with the audience just screaming and very being very into it is just the best. So it might be up there with some of their best ones, that their classics like Score and Budokan. Let's see, right?
Obviously, full disclosure, we're all huge Dream Theater fans. Dream Theater for me is Metallica Dream Theater. That's my 1 and 1A. Which one doesn't matter. I plead with, if you are a fan of this band, and you have an opportunity to go see them, I confidently tell you that you're going to see probably the best show of theirs that you've seen. What
I
they
can
have,
vouch
and
for it.
everybody knows that they're playing a Change of Seasons, and Change of Seasons is knocked out of the park. Not only because of what all the guys do, which they're all amazing, but James LeBrie's right there. It's great to talk to him. He had the interview with Roie talking about how his voice, he went to this guy that has worked some really cool stuff with his voice. He's talking about the fact that, with all the issues that he's had in the past, if he would have had this guy's like the fountain of youth. And you can tell when he goes live, there are times when you're listening to him and all of a sudden you're like, oh, wow, he not only did he hit that note, he's going after it with a vengeance. And it is absolutely it's so much fun. These guys are so tight, but they're having so much fun. They're so relaxed. They're still peaking when it comes to performing.
I'll say
It's
this.
amazing.
I mean, I'll 100% back what Vic said. We had heard bits that James was starting to say. But first of all, I'll say this: on the 40th anniversary tour that we saw, he was already better than we had seen him in years. Like, he was really, really good. And then we start to hear, okay, it's even getting better. Maybe your voice sort of gets into shape as the tour goes on and things like that. And then we saw the Parasomnia show. First of all, the Parasomnia show, the album, the visuals, the videos, the whole thing, it's next level shit. Like, I'm telling you, you walk away going, wow, I did not think it was going to be what I was expecting.
I can't wait.
It's so great.
Translates
it's
so
really,
well
really
live.
great. And the album breezes by. Like, you're like an hour and it goes, oh, Shadow Man just ended. Like, it breezes by. Anyway, there's that. But then I read it still, mostly the comments lately on the is like for videos like this or the recent live things. It's really nice to see James getting some applause finally. Like, there's been a lot of people really hard on him over the years, unfairly, in my opinion. And now you're hearing like, oh my God, James sounds amazing. James sounds amazing. And then you'll still have those occasional people that will say, oh no, they just overdubbed the vocals on this. Anybody thinking that, I'm telling you, go see the show.
Yeah.
You're not gonna. It's impossible to leave one of these current shows and think he did not kick ass. Impossible. I'm telling you.
It's an interesting conversation because James is in a band with like the best guys in their own instruments, and voice, of course, is an instrument, but it's very tough to gauge that ability and how it goes. And a lot of people online have been saying like James is the weak link of Dream Theater and everything for years. And he could have gone many ways about this and just say, I screw that. I don't care about these guys. I'll just do what I do. But he's the kind of guy that is doing the work. He's like, I want to improve. I want to sound good. I want to be as good as my bandmates. And that's what we hear in these performances. And he's doing the work, man. He's sounding great. He of course, he's had his ups and downs throughout the years, but it's very cool to see the show and like, oh my God, the whole band sounds awesome, right? That's the best part about it.
Yeah.
It's and listen, people can complain and critique and everything else, but that voice is 100% what Dream Theater is. You remove that voice from Dream Theater, and it's not Dream Theater.
No,
You know,
they're really riding high and sounding
guys,
great.
go watch
So
them. Guys, go get your tickets. Go watch them. It's worth every penny.
it's
Every
definitely
penny.
worth it. So you know what? I mean, look at these 6 songs, all really good stuff. It just doesn't
And
stop.
all over the place. Yeah.
It's all different. We, from
2025.
Spock Spear to Soen, the Echolyn, Jonas Lindberg, Times Forgotten, and then Dream Theater. So a lot of really cool stuff. It's been a fun year for music, and it's just not stopping. We'll see what we have next month. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to subscribe. Follow some of the recent Wheel of Progs. We just did a Stephen Wilson one, which was
And we are very sorry about that.
it's a ridiculous.
You gotta watch
episode,
that.
as
That was
always.
awesome.
It was crazy. Yeah. Anyway, we'll see y'all again real soon. Thank you and goodbye.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Hey, thanks for checking out the podcast. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, wherever you get your podcasts. Follow us on all our socials and progreport.com. And we'll see y'all again real soon. Thanks.